And man, to all the racist white folks, to all the black folks fighting against each other, all the Arabs, the Jews, and the whatever. For everybody that's fighting against each other, I want y'all to understand, honestly. We all have one common enemy, and it's not each other. And I'm about to show y'all one of the families that is controlling your life, your mama life, your kids' life, your uncle, your brother, everybody. These are one of the families that dictates what goes on in your life. So we about to get into the meat and potatoes of this. This is where the rubber meets the road, and I want y'all to understand this. I'm gonna show y'all this one family, and I want to show y'all just how much influence that they have over your life. So while we sitting here fighting each other over nothing, because that's one of the tools that they use to make us all divide and hate each other, I'm finna show y'all the real enemy, the real people we need to be after. Y'all stay tuned, let's get it.
Around the same time that John D. Rockefeller seized U.S. media, he also hijacked U.S. medicine. When it was discovered that drugs could be produced from petroleum, America's top oil mogul ordered his army of propagandists to invert reality accordingly. Medicines used for thousands of years were suddenly classified as alternative, while the new, petroleum-based, highly addictive, and patentable drugs were declared the gold standard. After buying a German pharmaceutical company that manufactured chemicals of war for Adolf Hitler, Rockefeller leveraged his political influence by pressing Congress to declare natural healing modalities unscientific quackery. Rockefeller then took control of the American Medical Association and began offering massive grants to top medical schools under the mandate that only his approved curriculum be taught. Any mention of the healing powers of herbs, plants, and diet was erased from most medical textbooks. Doctors and professors who objected to Rockefeller's plan were crucified by the media, removed from the AMA, and stripped of their license to teach and practice medicine. Those who dared to speak out were arrested and jailed. When evidence began to emerge that petroleum-based medicines were causing cancer, Mr. Rockefeller founded the American Cancer Society, through which he suppressed that information. John D. Rockefeller is duly credited as the founder of the pharmaceutical industry, and the reason that medical error is currently the third leading cause of death in America. This is not an indictment against doctors. More than anyone, they are under the stranglehold of the single largest lobbying power in Washington. Every year, the pharmaceutical industry spends at least twice the amount as big oil to influence laws, policies, and public perception. Thanks to Mr. Rockefeller, the architect of American monopolies, no industry has more power over our lives than Big Pharma.
You see what I'm saying? And like I say, this is just one family. Y'all probably heard the name Rockefeller before. But we're going to get into some other families, because we're finna start really putting this puzzle together. And I had to build it the way I built it so that I can get y'all attention, make y'all aware of what's going on. Now we're finna start targeting the people, or some of the people, that has a lot to do with our lives. Trust me, people, this is not a free life. We've been born into a prison, like they said on The Matrix. Born into a prison you can't see, touch, or smell, but you know it's there. The things we go through in our life are what somebody else wanted us to go through. We seeing life through somebody else's eyes. Understand that. And I'm going to give you a prime example for those who feel as though this is bull. Say, for instance, if people put pools in the inside of their house, which some do. But just say the standard way of a pool is inside the house. Oh, y'all will be like, oh, yeah, that's what's up. But if you put that pool on the outside of the house just because you ain't accustomed to it, you're going to think somebody's crazy. All because someone put that idea in your head. Even though it's the opposite way around, we mostly put pools on the outside in the backyard. But what if we put them inside the house? You will be accustomed to that just as well as you are accustomed to cooking on a stove. You are accustomed to refrigerators, cars, and everything around you. Meaning someone put that reality in your head, and now you locked in box. So anything outside that reality, or anything outside of what you've been taught, It's unfamiliar, unknown, but it doesn't mean it don't exist. This is what I mean by these people have implemented the way they see life upon you and all of us. We got to break from that. For those who understand where I'm coming from, drop a comment. Drop a comment. But we're going to get into the rest of these families. All I'm trying to get you to do is think outside the box. Everything that's been presented to us from the day we was born to today, someone implemented that in our lives. A lot of this stuff we don't even care about. But we've been programmed to like these things. Programmed to eat breakfast, to eat lunch and eat dinner. Who told you that? I didn't tell you that. It's the powers that be, and they use those things against us just as well as they do everything else. Insurance. Come on, man. All this is a hoax. What I'm trying to do is get you to free your mind. Stop being a programmed sheep. But we're going to get into the rest of these families. The Bilderbergs, the Rothschilds, the Pillsbury Doughboy is another secret society. We're going to get into the Jesuits. You get what I'm saying? The Trilateral Commission, the Boulets. Some of y'all may have heard of these names. Some of y'all may have never heard of these names. But do your own research on them. Do your own research on them. This is where the rubber meets the road, like I said. Now we're finna start getting into it. But Rockefellers are definitely one of the families that's controlling the world. And I want y'all to understand the Federal Reserve is not ran by none other than a family. A family. Yes. These people will dictate how much money is in the world. They dictate. It's just crazy how us as people by the millions have been programmed and fooled. But we're going to put a stop to all that. So now that I got your attention, I want y'all to like, subscribe, comment, share the video, and understand, do your own research. Put your comments on the bottom of this post. You feel me? So whatever you think is going on, a lot of us got to unlearn and relearn. Because a lot of us don't have a clue how this world really works and who really running it. We're going to get into the reptilians. We're going to get into all that stuff. They're going to freak y'all out. But a lot of y'all already know that, though. A lot of y'all already done your research. So everybody ain't sleep. Just for those who, the little few that still sleep, we're going to wake your ass up. So we're going to get into a lot of different things. It may freak you out. It may, it may, quench your thirst. But don't be scared. Don't be afraid. And another thing, before I get out this video, be open-minded. Look around. For everything you see, it ain't what you see. It ain't what you was told. Just because they say that's a dog, that doesn't mean that's a damn dog. Get out the box. Y'all like, subscribe, comment, and do what y'all do. And I ain't said this in a long time, but I'm finna say it now. And this is why I don't fuck with humans.